Because I'm just gonna copy the old contract and we'll just stick an additional provision.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all we do.
But we have, we can't, oh no, you can't copy the old contract
Why?
because it's inadequate.
Well, so they say.
No, that's what they said, and that
Who
contract,
said?
Damon Cox.
Okay, I guess we'll have to talk about it.
Frascona's got one for, or whatever they're called, $150.
Okay, we'll get that one then. Okay, I'm
I'm
show you
gonna
guys
take it
something awesome.
tomorrow, the webinar. I don't think I
Where's
get any
the
credit for
TV
it.
remote?
What is
You see
this
the
for?
TV remote?
Is it right here?
The informed consent.
There it is.
Oh, to be able to.
We
Okay,
have to
people.
have something in our listing contract.
Do not need you calling right now.
But the state totally bubbled it. They took it out because it wasn't adequate. They didn't replace it with anything.
It's always when you're trying to do
I
something.
know.
It's supposed to happen.
You'll leave a million
Okay.
messages and all of a sudden everybody's calling you back with one call.
There's a webinar
That's technology.
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm gonna, and it's, they're gonna tape it too, or YouTube it.
I'm gonna show you guys something really cool.
Scott, if I do like a video talking about a listing, can AI show me talking in a different language?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
That's been for a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going,
Mandarin, you could do anything.
I'm going after the Croatian population, so,
Oh.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is their
Yeah.
what's the language
Živeli.
for Croatians?
It's
Is it-
Croatian.
Is it Croatian?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
So Croatian, and then Bosnians speak Bosnian,
Serbs speak
Serbs speak Serb, but they're all kind of their same language, but different, because they all used to be part of Yugoslavia.
Right.
So
You
I
do the
was really
same for the
curious.
Somali
We went
community.
to Slovenia, and it was still Živeli, which is cheers, and and Dobro jutro was good morning, and but our vacation mom couldn't understand hardly anything that the locals were saying in Slovenian.
Is that where you just went?
No, this is a couple years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
I went to Cabo,
Nice.
where I speak fluent Spanish.
Cerveza?
Dos más cerveza, por favor.
Margaritas?
Andale, baño.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. So you guys know what our round tables look like.
He shows up high on sense.
Okay, right? I just took a random. We're talking about AI right here. I took a random AI or a random round table that we had, I think in November or something like that, and I just threw it in there.
Where was I?
And I was like, AI, can you take this hour and make it, put a little video to it and tell us what it was about? So let me show you what it did. This is so incredible because we're not going to have these videos anymore. I'm going to videotape, but I'm just going to throw them in and make a little synopsis of what we have, and then we can categorize. Because I can't believe I threw in a couple more later. I can't believe the information that comes out of here, but nobody's going to watch an hour worth of discussion.
No.
But these little videos, if it can categorize things, we can go, oh, let me go see what that said about it. It's amazing. So check this out.
You can cut them down into snippets too, so it's just like kind of subject based too, with all that stuff.
Okay, turn this up a little bit.
Condense an hour down to 6 minutes.
Right. Might sound like the chipmunks, but
Abstract terms. But what if you could actually be a fly on the wall during a real team meeting? Well, today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to listen in on Acquire Realtors and see how they're tackling the exact same challenges that every single local business faces when they're trying to grow. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? In a world of absolute giants, think Zillow, massive corporations, how does a small local business, how do they actually stand out and win? That's the big question we're here to unpack. All right, so here's how we're going to break down their conversation. It's got 4 key parts. We're going to start with a really cool, low-cost tactic they call Video Friday. Then we'll dive into a debate they had over their website's first impression. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of advertising versus branding. And finally, we'll land on what they believe is their ultimate superpower, the local advantage. Okay, so first up is their game plan for creating a steady stream of authentic content without, breaking the bank. They call it Video Friday, and it's all about becoming that familiar, local voice people can trust. See, the whole strategy behind their videos, it goes way beyond just real estate. They're trying to position themselves as the go-to experts on life in their city. Everything from parks to restaurants to local events. This isn't just making content, it's about building a real community. It's a way to build trust that some huge, faceless corporation just can't. And their process for this? It honestly couldn't be simpler. An agent gets a prompt, something like film at a park, or they just pick a topic they're genuinely excited about. They head out to a local spot, shoot a quick, unedited video on their phone, and bam, they post it. The whole key here is consistency and making it easy, not trying to create some Hollywood production. And that's what makes this so accessible. The team talks about the only tools you really need, a smartphone and a cheap, like $29 lavalier mic from Amazon. And they're super clear that perfection is not the goal. In fact, they think the bloopers and the unpolished moments, that's what makes the content more relatable and trustworthy. So after creating all this personal, authentic content, they hit a snag. What should their website's homepage, their digital handshake, if you will, what should it actually look like? And this isn't just a design choice, it's a fundamental question about their identity. It all boils down to this one crucial question. What identity are they trying to project the second someone lands on their page? Who is Acquire Realtors? Are they a sleek corporation? A friendly face? A team of experts? The answer to that changes everything. And this table just captures their internal struggle perfectly. I mean, look at this. A generic stock photo? Yeah, it's safe. But as one person in the meeting said, who's that guy? It's totally impersonal. What about a photo of the owner? Well, it puts a face to the name, which is great for connection, but the owner himself is worried it just looks like an ego trip. That's a real dilemma. A team photo adds personality, but it might just look cluttered. And a logo, well, a logo's clean, but it completely misses the point that people connect with people, not with symbols. They even kicked around the idea of a mascot, like the Geico gecko. So, you see, this whole identity crisis, this whole debate over being personal or professional, it leads them directly into the most strategic part of their conversation. Where do they put their limited time and money? Because how you present yourself really determines who you're trying to reach. And that forces them to hash out the critical difference between advertising and branding. So first, let's talk advertising. For them, it's pretty simple. Advertising is all about the immediate call to action. It's designed to get a direct response to generate leads right this second. Call this number for a free gift. It's direct, it's measurable, and it's all about getting business now. Branding, on the other hand, that's the long game. It's not about getting a call today. It's about repetition and association, so your name is the first one that pops into someone's head months or even years from now. Think about the Geico Gecko, or the Nike swoosh, or a company's name slapped on a sports stadium. And their conclusion here is crystal clear. If you're a small business and you don't have millions of dollars sitting in the bank, you have to focus on advertising first. You just need to generate business to survive. Branding, that's a luxury. It's something you earn the right to do after you've built a solid foundation with cheaper, more direct methods. And this chart, wow, this shows you exactly why. They talked real numbers. A lead from social media might cost them around $37. But trying to get leads from a platform like Zillow costs one of their agents a staggering $7,000 a month. And the stadium sponsorship, we're talking over 25 grand. For a small business, the choice is pretty obvious. You start where the cost per lead is lowest. So this leads them to a pretty brutal conclusion about search engine optimization, or SEO. Trying to rank on page 1 of Google for real estate terms is, and I'm quoting them here, worthless nowadays. And why? Because you're trying to compete against Zillow and Realtor.com, giants with thousands of pages and full-time staffs. As a local player, you just can't keep up. So if you can't win on budget and you can't win on SEO, then what's left? And this brings us to their ultimate realization, the very core of their whole strategy, and what they believe is their single most powerful tool, the local advantage. And this quote from the brokerage owner, man, this says it all. This is the entire philosophy right here. He says his main goal isn't profit for the company, it's the success of his agents, which then leads to the success of their clients. This purpose-driven mission, that becomes their key differentiator. And this is the story they can tell. This is their narrative. They're not a faceless corporation. They're local experts who know every single nook and cranny of their city. They don't care about corporate quotas. They care about their clients' success. They're independent, community-focused, and driven by integrity. That is the story a giant competitor can never, ever authentically tell. Which brings us to the single biggest takeaway from this entire meeting. For a small, local business, you don't need a huge budget or a fancy logo. Your authenticity, your real story, your genuine care for your clients and your community, that is your brand. So as we wrap this up, it all comes back to that digital handshake. After listening in on their journey, from tactics all the way to philosophy, the question isn't just for them anymore. It's for all of us. What story does your business, or your project, or even your personal brand tell at first glance?
Wow.
That was from one meeting that we had, just like this.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that
You could tell I
unbelievable?
wasn't there that day because there's no sophomoric themes to it.
You can
just
create
so
your
you know, I-
podcasts and all that through
I know,
Notebook
that's-
LM.
Right, I did that too. So I plugged in one of our meetings from the camera into AI, and that's what it gave us.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah,
That was from the meeting?
yeah.
Wow. That's
And it
impressive.
was just taking what we were discussing and putting it into that. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna do that with every single meeting now, because there's so much knowledge that we share that we completely forget.
I
But
think
when you
about-
watch this, you go, who put that thing together? That's amazing.
What did you use?
Yeah, which, yeah.
Notebook.
Notebook LM.
Google, yeah.
And you can, with
Google
that one,
Notebook.
you can load
Yeah.
articles
7+4.
and and put links into it,
Scott,
and
don't
it'll
we
go,
give them notebooks?
it'll go and read them and put it in there.
I think we paid for some stuff so you guys can do the
You
Just
notebook.
go like this.
Through the company email.
Or at
So,
Amazon.
Through the company.
but
Or,
it's a
Whole Foods.
research platform. So basically, you Yeah. upload or
Like,
find online, or you can have the AI find stuff. But you find a bunch of resources. And you put it all in here, and then it has a chat where you can chat to it and ask it about questions and stuff like that. But then it has other things where you can create like a video like this, or you can create like a podcast overview, or you can create like a presentation and a bunch of cool different little things you can create out of the sources that you pulled.
Yeah, I
And,
created like,
Yeah.
there was like
It's a
8
good
different
source. It's a
things,
good
and I
tool.
just started clicking. I want to see every single
And what
thing.
app was that again?
Notebook
Notebook.
LM.
It's for
It's a
Google.
Google tool.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe when I saw that, because I didn't know what it was about. I just was like, oh, here, November.
Who's
was just
Gemini? Isn't that good?
And I was going,
Yeah, that's
that is
Google too.
incredible information. Well, how did we
Notebook,
not learn from that?
A monthly or annual subscription, or
You get like
you get
3
it through
free.
your company email.
Yeah.
So you have the pro subscription through your company email.
If you just log on from like Google, you get like 3 credits or something like that, and then you have to upgrade. But
If you want to upgrade, right, because yesterday I ran out of cinema credits or whatever, and it said for the day. And I was like,
Yeah,
'cause I was
you just have to
waiting.
wait for the next
I
day.
started putting my listing photos, my listings from Realtor.com, or I just started plugging in all kinds of stuff and say,
You have it
make
right
an
here.
amazing presentation for my listing, so that I can give to my clients. Now, I can put it on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. It's not going to be, who cares? It's not going to probably bring a sale, but it's going to make my clients think, wow, this is really good. And then I'm going to use it towards other things too, like listing presentations, because right now I'm struggling selling properties, right? I can get a bunch of listings, but oh my goodness, it's hard to sell some of these properties. And so what can I do to get my people realistic in price, different things? Maybe I'll create something like this saying, plug in all the data of all the $1 million homes in the area that are for sale, how long they take to sell, who sells, and how, I want AI, because you can tell this grabbed stuff that we didn't just talk about. It grabbed stuff from the internet saying, these big corporate things with Zillow, blah, blah. They were grabbing other information, putting it in here. So what can I do to give to my clients to say, we got to get you to this level to sell this house? And I feel like when I tell them, they just think, oh, Rob's just trying to get a commission, he's just trying to get me down. But AI, if I have like a nice little video,
It's like talking to your
exactly.
Yeah.
I might
So
listen to
it's
it.
to tell them the same thing.
I might be able to increase my sales. So, I'll show you some other stuff.
Isn't
here.
that ironic that they won't take the advice of the professional but some computer?
Right, that is
Or a
it.
That's the
cartoon,
direction
yeah.
we're going.
Or social media.
Actually, they would take the advice of
Yeah.
Well, I
the
saw it on
neighbor
TikTok.
Yeah, Ian James
who's
says on
a
TikTok,
mailman
"I'm gonna sell
over
for $1 million."
Yeah, oh yeah, your price good, but they'll listen to anybody, but their real estate.
That's
agent.
because when I tell them, especially these older people, you know, they think their house is worth so much and they're all skeptical of the realtors and stuff. If I tell them, look, I plugged this into AI and it just grabbed everything from all the professional stuff in real estate out there, and it put together this little video for you on what we can do to get your house sold, they're gonna listen to that.
Mhm.
Because now it feels like they're getting tons of information, not just from me.
An infomercial
Does that
Yeah.
degrade?
is basically what they are.
I'm gonna ask does that degrade your pay value?
Oh, we're kind of
When you
screwed, but we
say
have a
AI
window of
says-
opportunity. We have to.
You gotta
I
use
don't
all the
know.
tools right now.
Right,
Yeah.
we have to use everything
Yeah.
we can because everybody else is.
Yes.
I don't know where the future holds for it, but yeah.
And every title company is preaching the same stuff about marketing and all the same stuff and using all the same tools, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Is what
see
you
if I
got.
can go
Yep.
to- I'll show you the
Interesting.
listing presentation, Scott. But what's amazing is Scott did something in a podcast, and he basically threw in all of Acquire's things that I've made in the last 25 years. You know, contracts, manuals, mentorship things. Like I've just created so much, and he threw all this in, and he said, "Give us a little podcast." And these two people are talking about, oh, it's amazing that they go, you know,
It's so
they're talking,
professional
and I'm
too.
going,
Yeah.
I don't even need a podcast anymore. The room is gone.
For you guys, that would be great because you're subject based with rates, with all these other things where you can start creating
Scary,
those
but
infomercials and slapping it on your site. You do it
Oh, yeah, I
once
wanna
a
show
week,
the
right? And then
infographic.
you start getting traction. Then
Yeah.
Google starts
I
doing
don't know anything about technology.
That's how all that stuff works.
Set some training. Yeah, some
But
training.
with this, you don't have to film yourself. You just program it for what you want, and it'll go find it all, and it'll create the language for you. It'll even if you want it serious, if you want it, jokingly,
Yeah, I know.
like you
Could
can
end
put
up
all
with
that
behind
stuff in.
bars.
Oh, Google Play.
Oh, we're all going
Google
downhill.
Play.
This is all downhill.
Keep an eye on you.
We're
now.
there,
Yeah.
buddy. We're there.
Already there.
Rob, it must be nice to have your own technical guy that's not only on staff as your son. Holy
Well,
smokes.
hey,
Yeah.
that's why I'm in here telling you,
Yeah,
I'm
no
gonna
kidding.
teach you how to use
How do we all,
this.
yeah.
Well, Scott's
Yeah.
found like AI that is like voice generated too, where you can just talk to it and tell it what you want, and it'll put it all together for you by your voice.
We all
I
need
get
a, we all
the-
need a Scott in our lives.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Someone who doesn't know what the word abacus means.
It's like, so Google and all these big companies are making the AIs, but then you have all these small companies that are taking those AIs and making up all these different
Yeah.
kinds of ways of using it, which is like, they're just so awesome.
They're finding all the solutions that
Yeah.
we didn't know we needed.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They just needed the AI to be there, and now
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, now we can integrate it in all these different ways and make this cool app to do what we
I
couldn't
hope
do
y'all were
10 years
paying
ago.
attention to Terminator, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
It is, I did just read an article today that there's this company, a small startup, they're making military drones, walking drones, and they were showing them. They look so cool, they look like
They're gonna be smarter than us
Terminators.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
China has
They're gonna
that.
tokenize
Well, I get
everything,
that.
is what's coming
Get
too.
started, I guess.
It's crazy.
Buy the dip.
Yeah, buy the dip. Yep.
Oh, yeah, let me see, oh, yeah, no, I
Like
know.
that one?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, this
Okay.
works, yeah,
Yeah.
that works, okay. This one I threw in,
Let's see.
this one is a,
So go to the right. That's the chat. So if you go to the so here's all the sources that we have in here.
oh, I threw in the MLS and everything of
A
the,
bunch of different sources. So here's where you can chat to it. But then Studio is where you can create a bunch of stuff.
okay, but what about all the stuff I create? Oh, here it is, okay. So you can create all this stuff, audio overview, video overview, flashcards, quiz. You can even create a quiz.
Yeah.
I did
So
not do
you
that.
could put the real estate stuff in here. And
Those
then
are the
some
topics?
quiz before
Scott
you
took
go
a
take your
quiz
test.
on
Yeah.
a real estate manual, he threw it in there and he
I
failed.
failed.
So this is, so you take your listing and you use these different.
Use these different things,
Yeah.
whatever you want to use. So when you click on them, like video overview, it'll say, do you want a brief description? Do you want a really brief description, like a minute? Do you want like a cinematic overview of the whole thing?
But
But it'll
Which
take
would be like,
all your,
Yeah, it'll take all the sources that you
yeah, it takes all the sources that I plug in there. I just put in websites.
and you can also
like-
prompt it too. So if you have all these sources, you could say, create me a video on a specific topic within these sources.
So
You'll
after you
create
do
it
that,
in
then it
10
gives
minutes.
you a link to load into your MLS or what? How's that work?
Yeah, so it gave me like this, Colorado Dream Property, it popped up. It literally says Colorado Dream Property.
Okay.
And it used 29 sources, that was yesterday. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, listen to it.
Let's take a look at a property that truly blends country living with modern comfort. This is way more than a house. It's a whole lifestyle.
This is
Let
your
me
listing?
do in black
Yeah.
and white.
I
This
just
is his
did that.
Do you
presentation.
want country living without giving anything up? Let's start with the land itself. We're talking over 5.5 acres. That's a ton
So
of
good.
privacy and open space.
It's amazing.
It's completely fenced in with amazing mountain views. Just a perfect private getaway. And get this, you've got direct trail access. Now let's head inside the gorgeous, updated home. Okay, the great room. It's really
So,
the heart of the
this
home,
is a
with
minute
vaulted ceilings
55.
and that awesome fire.
And
Did
we-
he pull those pictures from Zillow and
I
stuff?
just put them
Or
in
you
from
loaded
my
them?
computer,
Okay.
I put the pictures.
And we
in.
can load that onto our
And your
virtual
primary
on the
suite
MLS.
is a
Load
total
this.
retreat.
You
With a
could.
Yeah.
sky-like bath,
It's allowed?
heated floors, and
Yeah.
a
Oh, yeah, yeah, this,
Or
this
video or
thing,
whatever.
video,
Yeah,
like
it's
an
a video.
MP4, like
Yeah.
you can put on YouTube or whatever.
even a mudroom.
Oh.
But what
Okay.
really makes this place
Okay, so that's that. Okay, then I also created from that Colorado Dream, eco luxury equestrian, whatever this is. I don't even know what it is. Let's look.
That was an infographic.
Oh. How do you turn it sideways?
And there's all your Facebook stuff you could post.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Oh,
Look at that, dude. It's literally an infographic about the
crazy.
house. That's pretty
That's
amazing.
crazy. Yeah.
so that's the stuff that you could link with a QR code on your sign.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then they
And
have
you
one
just
called,
loaded just your pictures, or did you load websites like Zillow?
You can do websites.
I'll show you my
and stuff like that.
sources.
So like, let's say you want to do an analysis of a house. You can do your analysis on the MLS, and then you could say, give me the address on Zillow, give me the address on Realtor.com, give me the address on all these sites, tell me what the Zestimate is, tell me all this stuff, and then it'll collect all your analysis, the Zestimate data, all this information, and it could tell you a better picture, or maybe put it in a video so people can see
right,
it.
so
Or
let me
merge
show
it all
you,
together
let me show
into
you.
a-
I'm learning this too, because if you see this, I put in 29 sources. I uploaded a bunch of pictures and stuff so that they would use the pictures and stuff, okay? Right here, it says the Time Machine Premium. I only put in like Realtor.com, Zillow, or whatever. I don't only put a few websites in there. And I thought it would grab pictures from there, and it didn't. So it only used 5 sources, if you can see that, okay? So of these 5 sources, this is what I got.
There is a powerful, romanticized vision that draws suburban buyers out to the country. It is the promise of wide open spaces.
Right?
Looks a little
So
hunky,
I was not happy
livestock
With the horse?
with this video.
Yeah.
But stepping
It was
onto a
7 minutes
7-acre property is a
With the
demanding
2 foot
reality.
tall blades
You're
of
stepping
grass.
into the
Yeah,
role.
and then we went into
What
it.
category was this, Rob? Because this one I don't like.
There's also a
Right,
major
exactly.
geographic advantage.
So I only had 5 sources.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I hate this, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's showing pictures, but it didn't grab the pictures off the websites. So then I uploaded the pictures, and that's why you have 29 sources instead of 5, because that's what I got. So there's a learning curve in this.
Sure.
I have no idea what this is. Anatomy of a real estate listing is 3 sources. Let's see what I did here.
All right, let's dive in. Today, we're basically digital detectives. We're gonna take one single real estate listing and just pull it apart. We're gonna see how it's built, what kind of story it's trying to tell, and how it justifies that big price tag.
6 minutes.
Let's do
Okay,
that.
so, oh yeah, see, it shows the 1.299.
And this is where we go from the glossy sales brochure to the actual detailed blueprint. The data here is so much richer. So first up, we
Okay,
get
so
the
this
bu-
is kind of like what we just watched for our roundtable video, but can we use this video package in talking to our clients in what they need to do to sell their house? That's where I feel like that's a whole different
You mean on a
thing.
listing presentation? Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
like a listing presentation, exactly. Because it's basically pulling from the internet all these different, I only use 3 sources. I put PPAR, Realtor.com, and Zillow, because I figured they might have different things. It's funny, because I put Homes.com and it kept rejecting, Homes.com kept rejecting the AI.
Some of it will.
It was like, access denied, access denied. I'm like, I'm putting a website in. Isn't that interesting? And it even says in here, this listing is so good that one website is literally denying access to it, or whatever. It said that.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so this AI stuff is amazing. That
Is there a way to say,
utilize.
this is great, but I don't like that one part, that 20-second blurb about.
You have to take out, so on these sources, when I go back
So you have
to
to take out your
sources,
sources?
Yeah.
here's the
Take out the
sources.
sources you don't
Okay,
want,
so
and then
see,
you can
here's all
also
my
prompt it to
sources.
say, don't mention this.
So you added all
I
those.
put in Zillow, it's a website, I went to Zillow, took the URL, plugged it in. This might have been
What's
PPAR.
this called again?
These are the
Yeah,
pictures.
Notebook LM.
These are the pictures, and I put those in, okay? So you can see I put a bunch of pictures, and then look, access denied, access denied. Now, what happens is on your computer, because I wouldn't do this on my phone, but on my computer, it has like little check boxes, buttons, and at the top, you can say select all sources, use them all. Or I can go through and go use this picture, use this, use that, right? So if you got some video that was like, oh, because it said, oh, access denied, well, I noticed that these were checked, use these sources. That's why it said that.
What if
So
you don't know
have to
which,
uncheck those.
what if you don't know which source, does it tell you what each minute or second?
Yeah, I knew that when I put in homes.com, it popped up and then it said access denied. Before I even started before I even said make a video. And so,
With like Facebook.
but I was learning, so I was like, make a video. And then I was like, why are they throwing in the access denied? And then I looked and it was checked. Both of them were checked. So I went in and deleted them. Well, you can delete them too, the source, but you can just uncheck them. So I guess for us, playing with what do we need to put in to create the best video and what do we want it to say? And then like Scott said, is this the chat where you can go in there and chat
Yeah,
and
you
say, I want you to also talk about blah, blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
the chat is just if you want to chat about it, talk about the sources, so you can say in these 5, so like, let's say you put HOA docs in there and you're like, can you have a fence or something, it'll go in there and it'll go, oh, looking at all these docs, yes, you can have a fence. So you can ask it based on all the sources
That is
that you
nice.
put in there. So that's how the chat works. But
Like I was taking a bunch of notes the other day and I was like, hey Scott, I'd like to have a meeting with you. I was taking notes on this thing and he goes, hold on. Takes pictures, sticks it in here. Tells him exactly what I was trying to say on my notes.
That's amazing.
It was so ridiculous.
I've had notes before where I was scribbling them and I was like, I can't even read this, and I would put it in there and it would lay out my notes totally perfect. I'm like, wow, that's better than.
It's unbelievable what this does.
You can automate probably your whole business with that because you could do all your listing stuff, your listing presentations. Then you could you could tell your people what to expect in the closing process
Right.
with these
Well,
videos and all that
when you're
stuff.
doing an analysis on a house, you're doing research.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
And that's what this
You can
is. It's a
automate
research
everything.
Throw in the
platform.
data and let this do the analysis. I mean, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
there's so much. Now,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Not to throw a monkey wrench, but 60 5% of consumers are using AI now to find their realtor. So are you
Yep.
focused on how are they going to find you? I'd be doing that number one.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like, remember when Google came out and then they started doing Google ads, like, and then the people that got into that early on, they were the ones that were just like rocking. It's the same thing with AI. They're starting to move towards I heard some sort of advertising or whatever. But if you get in now on how you're going to be found in AI, just ask AI, how do you find the top realtors? It'll tell you what to do to get ranked. That's what I would be focused on with AI instead of trying to figure out how to do it. I mean, this is great, but they got
This is the new digital frontier, right?
It's free.
Like, this is
get found for free. Like,
Yeah, so
that's what I would be focused on.
yeah, there's Jason Daniels has a client just bought $1 million home, and his client said, "Oh, I just typed in ChatGPT,
Yeah.
who's the best realtor in town?" And it said Jason Daniels. I went, "What? That's amazing! I wonder how he got on there." So I typed in, "Who's the best realtor in town?" And then it was like gave 3 different names, and I'm like, man, this is interesting.
And you know they're not the best.
This is interesting.
But even that
They're
stuff,
getting ranked
those
in
things are
AI.
reading the Google listings
It's the
and
stuff
stuff
that
too,
goes on.
right?
Focused
It's
on
pulling
Right,
all that stuff.
exactly.
So-
The faster you get it done, the
It's kind of
faster you're
scary.
going.
And this is where everything's going to AI. If you're on TikTok or any of these social media, 90% of what you're seeing is probably AI with people and their videos of what they're doing, and now they're making money off of that just by playing them on TikTok and getting views. So that's like the new frontier. Is where all this is going.
Right.
Is tokenized visual
Yeah.
content.
It's scary because they could be just not who they are, you
Yeah.
know? So fake. It's
That's
so unreal.
yeah. It's
Right,
fantasy
that's exactly
world.
right.
So did you figure out how Jason popped up for that guy? Did you ask him? Or do you know what Jason? Is he doing something to make
It was Jason Daniels.
Yeah.
Did you ask him?
He's not.
Well, I know how
he
he
will
got
not
that
tell
guy.
you. He will not tell you.
how he got popped up?
No, he won't.
Oh, he doesn't know. He probably doesn't know.
No, he might. He has coaches. Like guarantee he's using a coach. To
Scott,
help
I want
him
you to use AI and figure out how do we get
Yes,
top
I was just
AI.
that's
We
what I was
actually
talking
teach a
to.
class on
See, what you
this.
do is you go,
Tom Ferry sent out a thing
mirror,
about
mirror.
it.
Yeah, there's a
on
whole
the
list.
wall.
Okay.
Who's the best
Just
I think
start
I have
working
some
on it.
slides.
Do
about
all
it.
of you guys have like Google business pages and stuff like that too?
course.
Have you been able to
Yeah,
like
right.
get through it and make it work and all of that stuff? Because they say,
Mhm.
because a lot of people try and get on that, and you can't get through the process to use it. But they say that
Oh, here we go.
that with your reviews and stuff like that, and sending out
That
that
moves you
link, that is a good
We actually,
resource.
we actually have a class, Lisa Swazo teaches it, and it teaches you how to set up your business, Google business page,
Uh-huh.
and how to keep it consistent throughout all of your different platforms so that you get ranked higher. And the more consistent that you are and getting more reviews, that gets you ranked up
That's
higher.
why you're not being found on Google. Is that business?
What time do you
page.
do that? Like 3 in the morning when you have 2 minutes
Right?
to rub
I've never
together?
been successful at getting mine off the ground, and I've worked with a couple people. We've never been successful, so,
So look at
I don't
this.
know.
I had to
Right.
go outside and
That's what I
film
feel
from the
like.
street.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
street
right
that
there.
your
It's like we're
equipment.
supposed to do all of
and I had
this
to
new
log
stuff.
into my computer to show
Yeah.
that it was real.
I've
Yeah.
done that
Am I
5
a
times
vampire
here.
that never
Yeah.
needs to
Every time it
sleep?
says you're verified, then they
Because
come back
that's the
and say
only
it's
way I'm gonna be able to
Yeah.
get it
I
all
cannot
done.
be
It's
verified.
not just
How
me.
come?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy.
Unverified.
You got 2 minutes
But if you
to
can
go.
get,
Well, I did it all.
That's
I went to the street. You had to go to street
That is a good
intersection.
resource to
Why?
use.
Because they want to see where you are. They wanna see
Like there's all kinds of stuff they make you do.
They want you to verify.
No, no,
everything.
that's very-
You gotta have a
really
utility
good.
bill that comes
Oh,
here.
okay, sure. Yeah.
I don't have a utility bill that comes here, so I said, let me switch my cell phone. And anyway, I did. That's in the works now. I'm like, all right, let me just try this last thing. It's a pain in that
Mhm.
Yeah,
to get. For me, it has been.
Me
Yeah.
too.
You would be easy because you've been here forever, but
right. Yeah. But,
Oh, because they identify you with this building or something? Is that what it is?
yeah, like.
just I think it
don't
has
know.
something to do. With that
Yeah,
was part of it.
longevity or something.
Yeah.
So
that's
this is
whoever
an
owns
infographic that Scott got like off of emails and different things. Cause I was trying to tell him, I want, to help the agents get more transactions and stuff. And so we'd be talking about things. So he threw everything in there and it gave this infographic of all the different plans. Like how you start, you go down to here and then you go up there. Isn't that crazy?
Unbelievable.
Like, couldn't you use this for a listing? Here's our strategy for your listing. Oh, they have an
This is
infographic and go
insane.
bam.
This
And
is
it'll
insane.
actually
It is
say,
really cool.
123 Main Street. They're gonna think, wow, you are a stud. How
That's
did you do
content.
that?
You need it.
It's content.
It's content.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I'm
crazy.
going to get a job at McDonald's.
Now I see you as a Walmart greeter.
Yeah.
Graphic designers
smart.
are gone,
I know,
dude.
this
They're
is like
done.
so overwhelming, to be honest.
And
Right.
you can't even paper or plastic. Well, that's over. I
I don't know.
don't know what kind of work I
I
could
think the key is
Oh, is it
committing
on
to
here?
doing it. A lot of people just do it, and then for like 2 weeks you do it.
It's hard to-
It's
yeah.
so hard. It's a hard.
And I would go
habit.
back to saying that's why I
Yeah.
went to this company that Rob's with, because they take care of
Yeah, right.
all that stuff. Now, I mean,
Yeah, I don't have
they've increased my social media tremendously
Mhm.
and my print media, but it's costly to do it, but it's definitely consistent.
Yeah.
So, because I just don't have time to do it, and it's working. So, that's where-
I think is the coolest part.
Yeah.
It's usually, I don't have time to do all this stuff. You got Scott. Let us have Scott.
Hey, I still gotta do stuff. I'm doing it.
9:45 every day. Okay.
You're what?
I'm online at 9:45 every day.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
log on
People
with him.
come. Amanda came yesterday.
Wait,
Jason
to do
comes
what?
every time. To help you guys do whatever you
Oh,
guys
I
need
didn't know
to do.
that.
Scott helps
Hey,
me with my
are you
stuff.
still sending out the newsletter every week?
I gotta get the newsletter out again.
Okay.
I've been waiting
It's
for
been,
the
okay.
next
I was
episode.
like, did something
It's like-
happen
Waiting for the new season to land.
with my email? Like, I haven't gotten it in weeks.
Hey, I forgot to send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I didn't miss anything.
Just tell AI to make you a new newsletter.
Yeah.
So when do you jump out? What do you
How long
want
is
at
that to everyone?
9:45, Scott?
Is
What do you do?
It's on. It's on
Okay.
Unity.
I got
Okay.
We
my
just-
spam.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get my coffee.
Give questions.
Yeah. It's every day,
fantastic.
Monday through every day but Thursday.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday. I want to
watch Okay.
Thursday.
Because you're here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it'll just create it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Basically, like I get on at
Saying about this morning, I
9:45.
had
Some
this
people
idea,
get off
like,
to 11:30.
Settlements take
You
a
know,
long
but
time to send it
they'll come on to ask questions.
Instead of harassing through the phone, I
Millions of views, and they're making money off of it.
There's an
It's not
opportunity for
really
everybody
good.
to come and
Maybe I'll send Teresa.
Yeah.
Because I've usually gone out of the house by
Or just like,
8:30,
or just
so-
like, I watch a lot of like drumming videos and stuff, and I see these guys like on some
I know,
cliff
but
somewhere,
have
and
them show me how to
beaches
do
behind
Do
it,
you?
and there's this
Crap in
rock music
CTM or
playing there,
something.
you know, but it's all AI.
It's
It's
an hour of my day that I give to you guys for free.
That's a great resource. I didn't know about that.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, so, yeah,
just
Scott's
film myself
online
playing.
every single day
Put it into AI.
for marketing help.
All right.
No, I do have my kids with me, so
Yeah,
sometimes I'm
yeah.
screaming. You know.
There's noise in the
We're
background.
changing diapers, you know.
Yeah, if I can change diapers or
He's a
something.
real person.
Yeah,
But I'm
right.
there.
Yeah. Sometimes like, what's all that screaming about? And it's like, oh, that's just Dave.
Well,
So, as far as getting back to this notebook,
Yeah.
It's just
you said we have access to that through
Through the company email.
the. What's that mean to the company?
Doug at
Acquire
acquirehomes.com or whatever it is.
acquirehomes.com.
But
So-
you switched me over to the other one, right? Because I don't use that one. But
No, I know you don't use it, but you have.
you have to. Do you have
So
to
you
use
go
that
in
one to
there.
get in?
You have to sign in with it to use it.
Okay.
So you don't have to use it for your email. or
And
whatever,
then that's a link that we go to, this notebook thing.
but- yeah, so on the when you log in on Google, like your Gmail or something like
Yeah.
that, it's the same thing. So on the right side, Daniel calls it a waffle
Okay.
little logo. You
The
click
Oh,
on
yeah,
that.
a little waffle
And
thing
then-
with
Yeah.
the dots.
Yeah.
It'll have like a bunch of the like you'll have like Gemini, Gmail, Docs, you know, all that stuff. It's one of those in there, but you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. It's like at the very bottom.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
and then you
great
just
tool.
go in there. And now, it says notebook at the bottom of all the videos. I think if you go in and pay them more money
Yeah,
or
if you
something.
upgrade to the Ultra or whatever it is, then it won't have those watermarks. But that's like $150 a month. So
So
But most people like
Do we still have the
Me.
credits with that? Was it Flow?
you have credits with Flow too to do
Does-
AI videos.
Does that show up in Google, or is that you just have to?
That's on the same thing. You go to Flow and it's with your company email and there's 20, is it 20 credits per month?
I don't remember.
It's 50 credits or 100
Can we find
credits
it in the
a month.
waffle, or no?
You wouldn't find the waffle.
No,
No,
just go there.
If
You just go to
you go
Flow.
to the waffle at the very bottom, it'll say "See More Google Products." If you click on that, then it'll open up like a huge list of everything they have, and it's probably in there.
Yeah, we give 100 credits and they charge 20 credits per video.
If you guys need new headshots too, AI could help you edit it and make it into the
Oh,
new
yeah.
card that I made. I just took a picture right on my couch and I said, you have to give it like a long prompt, like do it in this millimeter, you know, make it right, like all like photographer language, but it'll spit out like a detailed. He was like, "Where'd you go for that?" He was like, "Did you go to like where'd you think I went somewhere to like get it done?"
No, it looked like you did it off of some sort of program, but I didn't know how you did it. But yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, it looks good. So
It can give me hair.
Yeah.
yeah.
But the prompt, like you talked about the prompt, I use AI for prompts because you know I'm doing a full length movie, you know, and everything is 8-second clips, and if I want an 8-second clip to be something, or let's say I want 10 8-second clips, I go to AI or ChatGPT. I don't even can't say it's a tongue twister. I type in I need prompts for this is what I want, and then it gives me all the prompts.
Yeah,
It's the most amazing thing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly how it needs to be. So you don't even have to know the photographer language. You just put in there, I want a picture to fit on a business card.
Yeah,
go
those
get one
out
of your
there
business
that-
cards so you can show.
Yeah, I'll show you guys real quick.
A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff out there.
But I think it's going to
Can't
enhance
stop
us
learning.
right now. We just don't know what's going to happen, you know, when robots are walking
Jobs
around.
are all gonna be on the
Did you see that the AIs have a chat room
Show
that
mommy's gonna have robots.
they've created now?
For themselves.
And they're talking about us and talking to you guys. That is nice.
So it looks like a real picture.
I
It's
know.
not,
Sometimes
you know?
when I do stuff, I'm like, is AI gonna come after me? Like, I don't remember what I was working on, but it was like, I was trying to get it to like generate, I think, a, you know, seller process flow chart with photos and each stage of the process or something like that. And it just kept screwing it up. And I was like, okay. So finally, I uploaded what it sent to me and I said, okay, can you look at this and then look at the instructions I just
Yes,
gave you and
yes.
you tell me what's wrong?
Yeah.
And it came
And it
back
did?
and yeah, and it
Nice.
was like,
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
It played its
But-
own game.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm tired of telling you over and over and over
Well,
again, and it
that
keeps
took me
getting
like
spit
10
back
times.
wrong. And it was
Yeah.
like, okay, so here's the problem: is I have
You have to make it learn
like
from itself.
I'll, like,
whatever when
cuss
it
at
generates
I'm
a
like, "God damn
photo,
it, Chad."
it can't like just take your input and then do that and just make it regenerates the photo from
Yes.
scratch every single time. So it was like that's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
it
why
keeps
I'm
trying to grab
having
from the
a
old
problem
one.
doing that.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay.
Well,
And then, but yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you tell me what's wrong at this point
But
because
it's learning.
you're not picking up
It's
what I'm putting
learning
down.
more because
oh, it's gonna get better
it's
too.
taking everybody's data. Scott, isn't there a thing that
Dude,
if
you weren't wearing
allowed
that
it
suit,
to
were
use
you?
Yeah, I
your
wasn't wearing the
data-
suit. I was
No,
not wearing that
that's a great
suit
big
either.
comment.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think
Totally.
that there's a thing that if you're allowed to use your data,
Yeah,
there's
all
so
my,
much
all my online
looks
is
real.
all
credits or
Yeah,
something.
it looks
all
real.
AI.
I
It
think
looks
I need
real.
a new photo.
That's what I'm saying. So
My
I
photo's
didn't.
from a few
So
years
that's
ago, but
not
I was
you.
Botoxing
That's
at the
me
time.
bouncing
so,
on the
like,
couch
people are
at
like,
home.
you
Like,
look
did you
fucking
take it like
amazing in
this,
this
though?
picture, and I'm like,
Yeah, I took it. I took
yeah,
it just
I do.
like that. Yeah, I can show you the original picture.
Where'd you put it?
Huh?
Which
Yeah, all my
program?
reels are
Which
back.
Chat
You
GPT.
can afford it.
No.
I gave up on
I was
that.
about to call a photographer and say, "Hey, let's do some headshots. You know, it's been 5 years,
That's
whatever. Let's
all
go
old.
meet somewhere, take some pics." And then I was like, "Let me just try." But it was exactly what you said. I had to do it like 10 times. Like it was like, "No, that's wrong. That's wrong."
It doesn't look like me.
That doesn't. That's not. But then it finally did it, and I was like, "Yes, chat, you
When
did
you
it."
could have paid a photographer $500.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, oh my, at
Do
least
this all yourself.
At least a couple hundred.
Those are guys who'd be scared.
Just pay
They're
attention to your
gone.
eyes.
This was the
Graphic
original
designers are
picture.
gone.
That's how you can tell what mine
Oh, that's,
is.
the,
Yeah.
that's that picture. That's the original picture.
Oh wow.
And then it made.
I
Let me
know.
see.
I was like,
Yeah.
Like just from my couch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you were smiling there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this is not
I'm
smiling.
just like need a little bit in
I'm like,
there.
this
And then put me in a
looks
suit. I wasn't in that
and
suit.
why
Oh,
are
that's
they giving
amazing.
keys off to a pyramid?
So I didn't have to go out. Fake it. I just
That's weird. That's why he said, I don't want I don't want AI to come after me.
AI has access to
That's
all
crazy.
of this
What?
information.
She asked it to, what did you
Create
say?
work
You,
numbers.
Oh, I was like, you know,
Yeah,
I
it could go
uploaded a
start
photo and I
buying
was like, I want a
houses
picture
on
of
its
me
own if
handing
it's
some
prompted
keys
to do
over
that.
to a couple
Yeah,
in front of a
that's
beautiful
crazy.
crazy.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it
Remember I
spits
got
it
the
back
fake
out.
land lead?
Number one, it doesn't really
and-
look like me at all. And number two, I'm handing off keys to a couple little kids.
Have you seen the ones where they're like,
Kids.
they say like, I want a realtor who has more experience.
So I said, well,
And then it says like,
proceed,
here's
I
me
need
selling
a
the pyramids.
photo.
Yeah, it's like, here's me selling
Monte
Eiffel
Carlo.
Tower. Yeah,
Selling Jesus' temple.
yeah.
He took a picture of it with his
That
phone.
would be funny.
Isn't
You could
it?
do that.
Yeah.
That's good
I bet
real
that would
estate.
flow.
Yeah,
Called the guy, the actual owner, said, no, we're not selling our land. And it looked pretty real.
But I don't
bet
like
you
want
that's
to
how he
copy
did it.
them
This was
sometimes
just a
because
few
I'm
months
like,
ago.
oh, it's
Wow.
just like,
And it was a
you
lead that
know.
came
I
in?
haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
it was
though.
No, you haven't seen it?
Yeah.
So
That's
I
good
did a
stuff.
video
And it's all fake.
Yeah.
where I was selling the White House.
Oh, dude. No,
Yeah.
is Trump there or something?
No, I went to a presidential
Yeah.
museum in
Oh.
South Dakota, and they had a mock room that looks like where the president talks. I don't even know what you
Like
call
the
it.
Oval Office?
Press room.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that
The
video.
Yeah.
Press briefing room.
I've
And
never
I was
seen that
like,
video.
okay, I'm selling the White House, and
that.
I'm gonna put a
Oh,
lockbox on there so it's totally secure. And everything. I was like, thank you, Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity.
That's-
You know, it looked like I was in the White House. It was so awesome.
That's stuff you can do. It's a content world now for your business. And,
Yeah.
you know, if
Content,
you're not doing
video
it,
blogs are coming
you're not
out
doing yourself
just because
justice.
it
How
picks
about
up on those. Are you guys on Fast Expert? I think that's the name of the site. Get your profile set up on that. AI
What is that?
It's looking at that. It's one of the sites that AI looks at.
Oh, really?
Scott's taking notes. So
Scott's gonna.
It's crazy how many new sites like that come out all the time, too, you know, just is going
You
so
just gotta be
fast.
on it, man.
Yeah, you gotta be on it.
Well, wait till I put this video in AI to give us a analysis of what we talked about.
Yeah.
We'll get all kinds of cool
Good
stuff.
stuff. It really is.
Yeah, that was
when we're,
another
like,
thing I
all
think they
talking,
said,
AI
right?
can
is
hear
there was-
all the conversations.
I don't remember the
Distill it all
site,
down.
Right?
but it was like where people go to
Petrified.
ask questions to different professionals. And
Yeah.
it was like, just go to that site and see what people are asking real estate agents.
Yeah.
And then take
Answer those
those
questions.
questions,
Yeah.
yep, and
And do
you
your
answer
content.
those questions
Yes.
and do a blog over each one of those questions.
But Chat
And that'll
GPT is
also-
not the driver. Like there's way other ones that there are people
tons.
use. Perplexity, and there's some
Grok,
other ones.
yeah, there's a lot.
but-
Yeah,
Have you-
Grok, yeah.
So
What's
when you
the,
get a property and someone asks you, what are you going to list it? What should I list it for? Have you gone in to do that?
I don't know if it can
I did that
analyze
for?
totally
I did
that.
that.
And what
On a house, like
does it
do
pop
a,
up, come up?
like do comps and everything
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it pulls from all its sites.
Does
That's
it?
what it does. Pulls
Yeah.
from Zillow, pulls
You
from
just
other-
ask
I mean,
it,
how
what
accurate-
should I list this
yeah,
house
I
for?
said I typed in the address.
and
then
how accurate was it?
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
was
it
pretty
depends though,
good. I'd
because
say within $10,000.
No kidding.
Yeah.
but can it see the kitchen is remodeled? And
That's
Yeah,
good.
because
That's a
it'll
big
if it's
point.
in the if it's in the description, it's reading the description.
Well, I think it's
And
just
the
taking the
photos,
it's
too.
taking the con. It's doing.
Yeah.
It's doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just taking
I'm
cons.
gonna
But
have
if
to try
you,
that.
like
Oh,
if you went into
let's do
Like you
somebody,
said, if
like
it-
if I
if it's
came
a
to
place
your
that
house
hasn't
and then I
changed or
took
hasn't
my
been
own
on the
pictures,
market
like
in so
just
many
hey, I
years and
want
it's
to see
drastically
what shape
different,
it's in.
there's
You
just
could
not
you
gonna
could
be
load
people
Oh
that
yeah,
in.
that- I didn't go that
There's
far.
no
Whole
I
updating.
just took an
to
address.
figure that out.
It was on one of Gary's properties, and I said, what's the what did I put in there? What's the
ARV.
market value within a mile radius of this house? And it popped up and gave me an answer. And so it pulled up houses off of Zillow or off of wherever it got its resources, and it was pretty good. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that to my own house. Like that.
Right? What did you?
Right.
I used chat on that one.
Oh, you should.
Grok is pretty good at this stuff.
Because you know
too.
that's what your clients are gonna do.
Because
after
Grok
they
is using
meet with you,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Twitter.
You
Then
give
maybe
them
they'll
the-
believe
as
you.
its background.
Yeah.
Searching all the other stuff.
Like
Plus
you were
Twitter.
here.
The age, yeah. Rick, you're right.
21,
The age.
22.
CH.
Yeah, if you're dealing with 50s and 60s, 60-year-olds,
coming to?
whatever.
Right?
But
And I
not
think
one,
so,
but that's the
doesn't
not
like
the
Right.
Notebook LM, it'll create up to like a 10-minute podcast for you as well.
Yes, we listen.
Yeah, yeah.
I've had
Is it-
20 over 20. I've had 27
I don't
minutes.
know
Yeah.
about AI.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty good.
amazing. I listened to
And it
one.
sounds so good.
It does. They're like so professional.
I'll listen to it
Yeah.
while I'm just hanging
It
out.
sounds like it's a radio show. Like a
That's
total radio
right.
show.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
they're
think we could
good.
do like little snippets of ours, like put ours in there, then have it make like little snippets for social media,
Yeah.
shorter. Might draw them in.
Mm-hmm. It's good
Well,
stuff.
I think that's why we're video production, seeing people in a real raw form is still what people really want to see. The AI stuff's fun, but you can tell it's AI. Have you ever heard the way the voice for AI works? It
Yeah.
sounds like it's in a can.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, they
know,
have
so
perfected that.
I would much rather watch a real person. Yeah.
And they say that that's really what sells though too, is people want to see your imperfections. People want to see all the things that you're afraid to show. People want to
bloopers and
see
all.
that.
Yeah.
That's,
And it makes you
and
more
they-
human.
You're a human person. You
I
know?
can't hide mine, so I get to see it.
The human touch portion.
What is it gonna do to the lending, do you think? Do you think AI?
I think they're more susceptible to AI. Like, I think it's more risky than the real estate side.
Right.
Like,
Really?
as far as our jobs, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're plain Jane cookie cutter, AI can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
Right.
Right.
I was just going to say right now, I mean, I have a friend that works for a big company in town. You could go on, do the application, credits pulled, incomes pulled. I mean, everything.
Underwriting, everything can be done. Why do you
Everything's
need a human
all-
eyes for that?
You don't need.
It's like desktop underwriting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
don't you
need
guys
steroids.
don't you guys think, especially with, I mean, that's been like the online mortgage and that kind of stuff's been around for a long time, and it's I find out, like, at least the people I work with, they'd rather deal with a person
A real
on the
person.
line.
Oh, for sure.
Because you guys have your own portals where they can go and get all the information. I know both of you do because I've used you both, and so I'm sure everybody else does. But they still, with that, especially if they're like first-time home buyers too, they still want a personal touch.
They want the connection. It's always
And
connection.
honestly,
So
from a standpoint of the real estate side, I want them to have. I would much rather have a local lender
Oh,
than
yeah.
Rocket Mortgage.
Right.
For sure.
100%.
Seabreeze Financial.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think that AI is going to advance a lot of things, but I feel like humanity will get back to, I want a real person.
Yeah.
I want,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whatever's easiest.
We'll be
That's what
robot
humanity will
racist.
do.
Is there such thing as racist
Creatures of
for
comfort.
robots?
Well, and all the problems haven't really
Should we
like
call it a stuff?
reared their ugly head yet,
I think that-
right, with
that's
all
the-
that stuff.
the hardest
so
part is-
there's still that side to come, is all the downside.
Sure.
Like we're seeing all the upside right now.
Right, exactly.
But what about when it corrupts, right? What's
Yeah.
gonna happen there?
Everybody wants the speed and just the path of least resistance with AI or being online, but at the end of the day, it requires a person to know
100%.
that
Yeah.
XYZ is wrong with this house, or to see a crack, or foundation, or for us to look at these
Right.
loans and go, well, you can't do an owner occupied property because you live in New York. I can't do that for you here. Like that kind of knowledge just it's gonna, I don't know, at some point it'll bite you in the ass. Not for everything, but there'll be a sliver of it that'll
Yeah.
It definitely eliminates
Deals go
that need for
sideways.
head count. Like
yeah.
people, that's one thing AI has helped
Yeah.
with. Like we can help our margins a little bit.
Yeah. Ironically, the cost of production,
Right.
producing a loan has gone from like $3,000 10
Oh,
years
that's-
ago, 15 years ago, to now 12.
Yeah, average
On
across the
average.
nation.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's expensive. They keep adding regulations.
Right.
I don't know what it cost me almost $80 a head for a credit report
Oh yeah. Well, it depends.
because it's got all the other stuff with it.
if you do a soft pull in that and then they do a bundle package, you're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Like it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
$120 a head.
easy.
Making it harder.
If not more.
If, I was just gonna say probably more with
It's
all
more than that.
income verifications.
And they just got rid of trigger leads,
Yeah.
so now they're replacing that income by raising the cost of a credit
What do
report.
you think it's going to do to title? 'Cause that's all, you guys have a ton of them.
Yeah, you guys can
Oh, yeah, it's all
Takes away a
research.
lot of
Yeah.
a lot of manpower, I think. 'Cause we're already almost there with title and all the offshore that's been done, and all of everything that all our policies, all that stuff is all coming from Pakistan and all of that stuff. All the
shit.
title companies are doing
Not
it.
Pakistan, come on.
Seriously,
Lebanon?
every name that is created by commitment is somebody from there. Like
Yeah, but
it's-
those are jobs that are probably going to be AI can take
that's
over.
what I think
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the manpower is gonna change.
We're going
I
to
think.
still need Julie though.
Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's,
We're
it'll be
seeing,
interesting
we're
to
seeing
see.
it built into some of our functions already to AI, as like with doing, I think the lender's fees from national lenders, I think we're getting that, and it's uploaded into automatically into some of our systems. It still has to be tweaked and everything, but we're seeing some
You're
of it
starting,
already,
yeah.
yeah.
My sister-in-law used to work
communications
for
a
Goldman
lot.
Sachs, and so this was probably 10 years ago. Like they actually every year had to complete a form to say what a computer could do.
Your
Of their
job.
job description.
So they're eliminating their
So
own
they're
job.
basically just telling them what to develop to eliminate their positions.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's all like
Nothing
all
you
this
need us.
stuff. We're all going to eliminate our own positions.
Right, but that's been going on for the last
Forever.
50 years.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like,
That's kind of. I feel like the hard deals, the Chaffa deals, the manual
AI
underwriting
can't
deal.
do
Like
that.
you can't. AI can't do that. AI can
been
do
here since
probably
their cell phone
80% of the
Plain
transactions I
cookie cutter,
do.
high credit.
I
got
don't
my
think
foot
so
down
for
on
appraisers
something
and
over here.
lenders. I think
Showed
that
up in
those
there,
are
yeah.
always going to be
Still does.
overseen. But realtors, I don't know.
no, he said, they were just saying while you were gone that they feel like their industry is more susceptible than realtors.
Oh, you think so? I don't think so. I think the opposite.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it
it's
can
all.
easy.
It can all be
I think it's-
computerized. It's
yeah.
all. I mean, it's already all.
Computer can literally say, okay, well, you know how everybody has alias names and different
Yeah.
names, and
The
they can
algorithms.
check all over the place and go, okay, this person's
That
good
makes
for a loan.
sense.
Cardinal.
You know?
It's
Cardinal.
all
I don't know
numbers,
if you
right?
guys work
They're
with Cardinal, but
One can
And the
they're all-
guidelines,
one
the
can robot
guidelines
do
are
it's insane.
massive.
Oh,
You'd
Yeah.
think
AI
there would
speeds
be
that
more.
up.
Cardinal.
Yeah.
You know, if they could scan all that
scan it all.
versus us have, you know, I got to look this up, you know, because it changes all
Right.
the time. But
Let me
AI,
verify all their bank accounts. Let me do everything.
That's
That
already.
AI can do that. Bam, bam,
It could
bam.
be a problem though too, because of whatever hands that stuff is in, it could be a problem down the road too. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. We're like in a middle right here. Like it's all so new,
You guys gonna steal
Gotta
your
be authentic.
identity.
right? There's
Drain
just
your
a
bank
lot of
account.
stuff.
I just need realtors for about 5 more years.
I mean, you
I think we got
you can
exactly
get
that.
you can get a colonoscopy test via mail.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go back to
I mean, think
bartending.
about for realtors, if you
You
can
know,
sign up
like-
online, you get some
There'll be like
AI
some kind of
the value that you need to
Yeah.
sell
Yeah, they
that.
always
You
want to
take
talk to
pictures and
somebody
they
when
go
they come
clean
in
up
for a
this-
drink,
Take
right?
this picture down, some AI
Staging.
system
Yeah.
that you guys, that we all like
Societies
input.
of
And
us.
then they send you a
As I was saying,
lockbox
univer-
that's
universal
digitized,
basic
some
income will probably be
national.
next. Like,
My
they
TCs
go
TCs
national-
are
charge you
QR
1%.
AI
Yeah,
is doing
exactly.
everything.
And they charge you-
That's the
charge
charge.
you
That's
1%.
gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that everyone's just gonna sell AI.
And
pictures
AI
online
negotiates your
and make
contracts.
money.
I mean, we all.
I think Scott,
That's,
what they're
that
doing.
cost me about
Entertainment.
45 deal. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Scott in about 15
It just
years
hit me yesterday. I was
will
like,
go
wow,
back to
most
acquire
of
and
the
he'll have
stuff
like
that I look at
200 robot
is
agents.
probably designed
He'll be like,
to get
man,
me
do
to
200
feel
robots.
the same way. Right? That's not good.
Would you like to see
How's round
another
table?
office?
Oh, I don't have any humans, Dad.
I just have a big warehouse that I ship out.
AI takes
listings
over
for
everything.
no
He's
one
gonna
to
be
be
able to
able
house because no one's gonna.
Or a kid, right? It's like as a kid, all we want to do is
Well,
play
think
and
about
do it. We
virtual
don't wanna
reality.
work or any of that, right? So AI
I'm
is
surprised we're not there already. Where
Is
you-
that?
You're sitting in your living room, you put on and you walk through the house.
I
Is
saw
there a
one today.
company that does that?
Yeah.
Chimpanzee in a tank
My kids
that's
have the-
rolling down the street.
The headsets?
It's
Those are
like,
called
the
Yeah, I
video.
mean, you can watch Netflix on
because
these
I didn't read
things.
Teams.
You can.
I was like, terms and
Website.
How in the world would you
conditions
buy
or
your
whatever.
kids that right now?
I was like,
Yeah, I saw
What are those
one
called?
today. It was like it was
VRs or
You wanna go
something?
to an
What's that?
app,
What are they called?
Yeah.
VR?
Virtual reality.
Oh, VR.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Virtual reality.
We use it
So
in
they could
MMA
spend it on
sometimes, like for our
everything but
boxing
my
and stuff.
my
Like
well-being.
Oh.
extra practice and training, yeah, just
somebody
pretty
sees
cool.
that.
I see it.
Britt just did
They
that
always
video of
punch and
mine
they
with
fall or they
that whole
run into
You
something.
think you're doing
3D
really good.
walkthrough. I mean, that
Yeah,
you
right.
put a
bet.
VR goggle. You can walk through any house in the.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our son gave his mother, my lovely wife, the goggles, and it was like Jurassic Park.
Well, what do you?
I thought she'd gonna die of a heart attack because all of a sudden there's a velociraptor coming right at you. She's screaming and everything.
We put
so
those
real,
on
huh?
Sam when he was like 3, and we had to grab him because he tried to take off running.
He's like,
In the
not real.
Best Buy, we like grab him and take those off.
Yeah,
oh, that is horrible. That'd be kind of cool too.
scarred for life now.
Yeah, but somebody could. I mean, you could create a website for that. You could You could do listings without
They're putting
ever.
up on the cliff
You just
patio
have
when
somebody
I'm walking
go
by.
through their house
Yeah.
with their phone, clean up all the pictures with AI.
They have cameras that do that.
I mean, you could get floor plans. You guys showing us floor plans. You could get.
Because it's too expensive.
What is it?
Vendors that are doing that.
So the VR, the
Virtual reality.
the goggles are too expensive and they're not widely
Well,
used. by
they
most
just
people.
haven't taken off. They think you can get a decent.
Right, well, they're so
$300.
big and everything, and it just looks corny.
But still,
Go walk into
All
a
these
wall.
people sitting in there.
I think eventually they'll come
when
down.
VR goggles
Become
brownie,
like
like
laptops and people just
5
have
years
one
ago,
in their-
Right,
pay
right.
$5 a photo, you know, and now you could just upload it.
Right.
And have it.
Right now, it's kind of like having
Right,
exactly.
I had AI Twilight photos.
They'll eventually
Like,
just, I would
Nice.
say, do it
You
like
just said
sunglasses
make the
or
Twilight,
something.
that's what I do.
That's gonna be more.
Yeah,
It's like,
when the
I
cost
wanted
comes
to
down,
look
right.
when the listing was getting for sale, and so I was like, uploaded some of the exteriors. I was
Instead of,
like,
and that, you know, that's
Twilight
exactly what they're
photos.
doing. That's what they're doing.
And they eventually will. I think they have to
on
meet
the
a certain
Twilight, or just
threshold
make it look
of
like it, yeah.
mainstream
I like that. I'll
before it
steal that
starts
one,
coming
yeah.
down.
Probably like glasses like this.
They already
There's
have
too
the
much
technology
stuff.
to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's just too expensive right now.
Like the cheapest TV we have.
And
in our
it's too
house
bulky.
The windows to be all lit
It's
up.
It's too bulky. Once it gets down to like regular
It was
size.
like really cool. I did one that was really more
Yeah.
intense, and I had to tell it, I was like, go right in the middle.
So what we
Like,
get out of
that
this
one or
session
two more
is,
too
you
cold,
can
but
go
I
on at
did
9 o'clock.
two that you sent me, just go right into the
Nine
class.
stuff.
And it was in it, and it was
9:45.
You should be.
If you wanna tap into the notebook and tap into the stuff, I'll show you how to do it.
But I feel for my daughters in the bed. I'm like,
Yeah, I hope they
Yeah.
have great success with their. with their-
Anything else before we wrap up here?
And the informed consent.
Huh?
Informed consent
Oh, informed consent.
is required even though they don't provide it.
Yeah.
They being the state.
For what?
Oh, so they were probably
So-
using their spot
So
and
the,
stuff.
the real estate commission and their infinite wisdom, dumb being the key part of that word, took out the informed consent
That's awesome.
paragraph in the listing contract, the buy and sell listing contracts.
That's cool.
Because the language
Follow your
wasn't
dreams.
adequate in their regard. So they took it out,
That's awesome.
but we're still required by state statute
It's good
to
stuff.
have permission for informed consent, allowing us to share private information with our managing broker for supervised rural
No, that's right.
situations. So there's a webinar tomorrow.
It's so dumb.
separate.
That's kind of like a
It's a
form,
webinar
but sometimes
because
you
there's
have
no
to
more
use your
forms
lawyer
committee.
to like
Yeah.
write something
Yeah, yeah, I
in the
know.
contract, right?
Yeah.
So I personally
it's
think.
Switch over to
AI.
all of
I
it.
They're
think
gonna
it's a
write something
setup.
up,
I
and then
think
we
it's a
just
setup.
plug that
The
into
state
the
does
additional
the-
provisions
Yeah,
every
additional
time.
Collecting
provisions.
cash. You
So
watch.
dumb.
You watch.
I agree.
It's a so you have to have a
Yeah.
separate, get a separate form? for-
Additional provisions, but the
I'll just
language.
get some language and we'll.
We'll hard code it in your, yeah,
We
just
should
kind of
ask
hard code.
Paste it in there. Oh,
Contract.
it's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
You can't hard code it in there.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a state contracts, you gotta put it in additional provisions.
Yeah.
People just have to go and copy
Copy
paste.
paste it, yeah.
And everybody's, I mean, I did a class with Damon Cox and Scott Peterson, two separate ones. They're talking about this and they're just going, because I asked
Have a great
in
day.
the class, the David Cox
Have a good
one.
one.
So they didn't like the language, and so they took it out, but we're still required to have that addressed. And he goes, yeah. And I went, sounds like a setup. I think the state's gonna start auditing people. Because who knows any of this,
Yeah,
right?
well, they didn't use
broadcast
AI
it.
because
There's a
there's so
webinar
many-
tomorrow. That's the first thing I've seen where they're addressing it, like, hey, everybody, you need to know this. And it's tomorrow, March 13th.
But question,
So-
wouldn't that only come into play if you did go to your employing a broker for advice? So like, if you don't
It
have
has
it in
to
there,
be still in there.
it has to be in there regardless of if you
That's what they said. That's what it says.
approached
in the
anyone
statute.
for advice
So
or
they're
not.
saying if we don't put it in ourselves, then, is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Basically? But they took it out.
They took it out, yeah.
But I still don't see how it could be Right.
Seems like it's only
I don't
necessary
see
if the
how
situation arises.
They could say you have to have it in there.
Because it's
Like,
part,
we
it's
do
part
not
of the
have it in there,
statute.
but you should now have it in
It's,
there.
it's part of the statute.
So
It's
it's
part
like,
of the law.
it's like the real estate HIPAA.
Yeah.
Well, why would they take it out if
It's
it's
like,
part of
hey,
the law?
the speed limit's 75, but I didn't
Now
see the
it's
speed
been
limit
sent
sign.
too.
Yeah, it's still.
I have to
75.
use their forms, but they want me to add something to their form. I just don't
Makes no
understand how
sense.
that works.
I'm
It
telling
does
you.
not make sense.
They're,
And they can audit me all they want. I don't have.
you know,
those
they were
right
gonna
now.
change,
I was gonna say. Yeah,
they were
that's
gonna
what
come
it
out
was.
with a rule in regards to
Didn't have it.
this because there's the potential for a conflict of interest.
Yeah,
So let's say, hey, I've got this seller and we're struggling on a point and they'll take 480, but we're listed at 500. And I tell you that looking for supervisory
yeah.
help. And you have a buyer going,
But what are the odds? I mean, the odds.
that's exactly,
Oh,
are like
that-
one in
that's
100,000.
You mean having the buyer and seller in your office? Is that what you're talking
that's
about?
that's exactly how they got rid of it.
Right.
That's why they didn't institute it, because a potential for a conflict of interest isn't the conflict of interest. I mean, I could drive
me, I
my
think-
car into a restaurant, but I have brakes.
So it really doesn't,
get your
come
opinion
into
on
play
something.
unless if
I get the seller, and then you get the buyer.
Right.
We're in the same office. Other than that, it's moot, right? I mean, there's,
Well, according to what I read here, let me find that email. Got too many windows open. Here's what it says. Sorry, I'm in the wrong box here. Okay.
Set people downstairs.
So the Real Estate Broker Practice Act, the statutory requirements for the real estate broker profession requires informed consent be obtained in advance of sharing, confidential information. So you could add it later. If it was like, oh,
Oh,
man.
beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
that
so
solves
if
everything.
so I got a listing.
But you still have to have it.
Right. But here, so you can do it, you can probably
you
do it
can
with an
add it,
amend too,
yeah.
because if
Yeah.
I get my listing and you come and see my listing,
You do an
and you
amend,
write on it,
amend on the
we're in the
listing,
same office,
amend
and
with
we amend
broker,
it. Yeah.
And
it's
you
easy.
amend it, you still
Right.
have to have the language.
But you don't have that from the beginning. If you don't.
But if you have it from the
You
beginning,
never talk to me about
it's
it.
like, well, hey, I need to get this signed before I can address this hurdle.
Now it would probably be a bigger issue like with the EXP or Remax or something like
they
that
have
because there's
250 agents.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
So let me get you guys' opinion on something. I had a girlfriend message me. She was wanting me to call her friend in Florida who's selling his house. So he was in a situation, he had it under contract with this buyer. She said that the buyer waited up until like the very last minute, terminated the contract, backed out. Apparently the guy is in financial hardship. So that listing has since turned into a short sale listing. And now the buyer's coming back and making a much lower offer. And she
Is it
was,
short sale?
That's not cool.
it's not cool,
Wait, was
but
it
there's
did
nothing
they
wrong
accept
with
the other
it,
offer?
No,
right?
there's nothing wrong
I
with
mean,
it all.
No.
and he has the right to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Buyer. I was under contract with you before. This price does not
He didn't
apply to
have-
you.
he
I'm not
didn't-
going to accept your offer
Yeah.
at that price."
He didn't
I-
have the money to bring to the table, so he's.
yeah, like who? I don't know why he canceled.
He has
I
to do a
don't-
short sale now.
Yeah.
But
And
you
they
know,
want them not to take any type of proceed, just basically take the short sale, take the existing loan.
yeah. I mean, well, like I said, I guess the seller, it must have been at a much higher price with this buyer, and then the buyer backed out and canceled the deal, and that seller
Well, and-
has since gone into short sale status, lowered the price of the property, and now the buyer has come back around
Sure,
and
there's
submitting another offer.
That's probably why they. Well,
That's probably.
And I'm
wow,
like,
if you would have
rolling
let
the
this
dice.
price before,
I'm
I
like,
might
well,
not have
that
killed it.
sucks, but
She never
the
knows
buyer's
unless she
not doing
asks.
anything wrong. You don't have
No.
any recourse against him. I
No.
Does the
mean,
buyer really want the house?
I don't
Probably.
know.
I
I
can't.
haven't
At the
talked to
best
him. I
price.
haven't
If
called
I
or
was a
talked to the
selling
guy.
agent and it's going to a short sale, now it's attracted to more, I counter them.
Yeah,
I counter them probably, it depends on what we're
I
talking
would just
about.
say,
the
no,
gap.
I'm not accepting your offer. You
But,
backed out on me
yeah,
once before. I don't
just-
trust that you're going to consummate this deal, so I'm
Right.
just going to wait for
That's
the
true,
next
too.
buyer to
Yeah.
come along.
Hard earnest, man. Make that
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Well,
so-
you can't really. Yeah, I guess you could, but still,
But I think that
He
they're
backed out
like,
once
But
before.
on a
I don't
short
trust
sale,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
looking for
You
some
have to
way to go
define it
after them or for
because
some type of recourse
the
for
short
the
sale may
situation. I'm
say,
like,
hey,
but there isn't any, you know? I mean,
at some
nothing you can
point,
do.
the buyer may say, look, I need to find a house now. We've been underneath this for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the short sales are, they're still that way. You get it closed in 3 months, you get it closed in 13 months,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
That'd be a tough nut to crack.
we're quoting like 3 to 6 months right now.
On short sales?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is good compared to the old days.
And we're getting a lot of
I had a
people
couple,
that are
one of them was
underwater
a
right
year, almost exactly.
Seems like there's more and more. The sales, foreclosure sales have increased.
Yeah,
The number
Yeah.
of houses.
Right, yep.
it dried up to almost
Now we just
zero
need to
back
figure out how
in-
to sell houses.
Yeah, I used to pull it up, there'd be like 3 people
Yeah, I know, it
on
kinda
there.
slowed down again.
Now there's
I know.
10
It
to
did. You notice
15.
that?
Yeah, I did.
Last
So
week it started to
ridiculous.
move again, and then this
Well,
week.
after the first year, it popped. And
Yeah.
we got offers on like 3 properties.
Yeah.
Got a property that's been on the market like 3 or 4 days and had 0 showings, which is unusual.
Well, rates went back over.